Hey, this is Deadpool with another public service announcement. Lately I've been asked, Deadpool, who would win in a fight, you or Chuck Norris? In order to better understand what a legendary battle between these two well-endowed icons would mean to the world, we decided to take a better look at Chuck Norris's involvement within the Marvel Universe. As we all know, Chuck Norris has slept with every single superhero and supervillain chick out there, with the exception of the White Queen, and only because she's such an insanely gapped, STD-infested whore, rivaled only by Paris Hilton. Though of course he has made Cyclops his little bitch on numerous occasions, so that basically counts. Another important point is that Chuck Norris has fathered some of the most powerful mutants within the Marvel Universe. Another little known fact about Chuck Norris is that he was the only original X-Man. Of course, at that time, they were planning on calling it the Seamen, until Chuck Norris put a kibosh on that, claiming that the Seamen was already the term he used for the Atlanteans, who actually were his seamen. Immediately thereafter, Chuck Norris realized that Professor Xavier actually thought that he was a mutant, in which case, he roundhouse kicked that little bitch right in the spine and put him in that wheelchair. Cyclops actually used to shoot his lasers out of his butthole, until one fateful night with Chuck Norris. Franklin Richards actually came about when Chuck Norris wore the Invisible Woman as a condom for a full year. Prior to Captain America, the Red Skull actually intended to be the arch nemesis of Chuck Norris, except for the fact that Chuck Norris quickly ripped off his face, peed on his skull, permanently staining it that color. One time, the Hulk challenged Chuck Norris to a flexing contest. The Hulk was so horribly embarrassed that he turned red and has been that color ever since. Frank Castle isn't actually punishing criminals to make up for the death of his family, but is instead anger because somebody stole his Chuck Norris underwear. Spider-Man actually has 8 appendages, but is forced to regrow half of them every 3 weeks or so because Chuck Norris views them as a delicacy and a great source of fiber. Thor's hammer is actually just a piece of Chuck Norris's fossilized shit after he ate over 6 billion dinosaurs. After examining the evidence, one would start to wonder why you guys would want your lovable Deadpool to fight Chuck fucking Norris. He's Chuck fucking Norris! He will kill my ass! Have you seen him? Seriously, the guy's ripped! You know why he's ripped? Because every single piece of furniture in Chuck Norris's house is a fucking total gem. On his birthday every year, Chuck Norris selects one lucky child to be thrown into the sun. And of course, we all know the Cuban Missile Crisis ended when President Kennedy actually threatened to use Chuck Norris against them. When Chuck Norris was an 8-year-old boy, he raped Michael Jackson. Hell, and the national anthem of Vietnam is just a gargling of Chuck Norris's balls. When Chuck Norris beats his dog for peeing on the rug, he does it at the PETA headquarters just out of sheer spite. And math was invented by Chuck Norris as a way for him to keep track of his body count.
So, Deadpool, was this all just an excuse just to tell a bunch of Chuck Norris jokes?
Yes, it was, and shut up, Bob! Aww. And it was the only way for me to know if the ancient legend of Chuck Norris was true. The Cherokee Indians say that if you say his name 25 times in less than 4 minutes, that he'll appear behind you from the mist, riding a golden horse. He'll then roundhouse kick off your head, play hacky sack with it, use it to wipe his ass, and then skull fuck you so hard that it causes an 80-foot tsunami. Wait a minute, I know that music. Ah! Oh my god! Oh my god, run! Oh my god! I'm so sorry, Chuck! I'm so fucking sorry, don't kill me! Ah! Oh my god, no, I don't want to die! Cable, save me! I'm back! I'm back! I'm back! I'm back! Ah!